Hello, everybody. Welcome back to session 6 of Elder Scrolls Dark Realms. Now it being an Elder Scrolls world setting. So, we have completed the prior quest, and now we are outside the sanctum, I believe.
Session 6 begins. Wholf stands just outside the collapsed sanctum, the pale dawn mist curling through the trees. The ruins behind him are sealed, quiet, cold, and final. But something's different. A faint scent of sulfur lingers in the air. The forest birds are silent. And in the soft dirt nearby, a set of hoofprints leads away into the deeper woods, fresh, deliberate, and definitely not human. What does Wholf do?
Okay, so I was originally thinking of returning to the village, but these footprints might be a sign that something escaped from the sanctum. So let's do our first check for today, our first action. Am I able to check if these hoof prints come from the sanctum as if something escaped while we were descending?
Yes, great instinct. Roll notice to inspect the hoofprints and their origin. Difficulty: fair, +2, you're looking for direction, freshness, and if they led from the sanctum itself. Let me know your result.
Okay, so not sure if we need to invoke anything for this. Oh yeah, let's get our I always forget. Let's get our bennies, our fate points for this session. There we go. We got 3 as usual. Okay, so notice is 2. I got this guy back up and working, so we got the ball here. Uh, plus, so this is just a standard roll, +2. All right, so I had basically -1 with that. So 2, that's a +1. We rolled a total of 1. Okay, so not good. Well, not a
With
success,
a
but with
total of 1
setback.
vs 2, that's a failure, but you still pick up something. The hoofprints are definitely fresh and heavy. You can't confirm they came directly from the sanctum, but they weren't there when you entered. Something passed through here while you were below. And its path leads deeper into the forest, toward what looks like a faint trail of burned moss and wilted ferns. Whatever it is, it's not just walking. It's corrupting as it moves. What does Wholf do?
Let's say it's actually walking towards the town we left at the start of this adventure.
Locked in, story hack approved. The burned trail and hoofprints curve subtly eastward, toward Ravenshade, the very village where this all began. If something escaped the sanctum while you were inside, it's heading straight for the only nearby settlement, and likely bringing the ruins curse with it.
Uh-oh.
A distant raven caws once, then goes silent. What's Wholf's next move? Prepare to track it. Rush to warn the village. Or something else.
I think Wolf is he's probably going to rush the village. Wolf being concerned for the townsfolk, he's going to rush and at the same time follow the trail of death left behind by this mysterious creature.
Wholf moves swiftly, bow at the ready, boots crunching over wilted leaves and scorched underbrush. The trail leads him through twisted woods, darker than before, as if the escaped force carries a veil with it. As he nears Ravenshade's outskirts, he sees a disturbing sight. A villager, slumped against a fence post,
Ooh.
eyes glazed, mouth open, veins blackened as if the very memory had been burned from within. A low growl comes from nearby, followed by a voice, familiar but warped. He was looking for you, Wholf. but I found him instead. From the edge of the fog, a half-horned, humanoid creature steps forward, cloaked in shadow and scorched armor. It knows your name. What does Wholf do?
Wholf readies his bow and speaks to the creature, saying that you are from the sanctum, aren't you? Okay.
The creature tilts its head, the remaining horn glowing faintly with a dull red pulse. Sanctum. No. I was beneath the sanctum. Forgotten. Unnamed. But you opened the way. It steps forward, and the ground where its hooves land blackens and cracks. You wear his scent. The soul that fed me. His memory is still clinging to you. Its gaze sharpens. Give it to me. The
Oh,
air grows cold and thick, a standoff. What does Wholf do? Draw, stall, or attempt something else?
this is good. So this is a consequence of our actions from previous quests. We went into a sanctum kind of abruptly, and we rescued, well, we found our mentor. And upon returning, something escaped from the sanctum, beneath the sanctum, and now it's haunting and corrupting the Raven's uh, something dark side, Raven Shade from before, from the start. So I like this little narrative twist. I can tell that GPT is getting slower because of probably all the context we have. You can kind of see the well, it's behind a friend's uh, big head, but there the arrow, the scroller is like way down here, so there's definitely a lot of context for this thing to handle, as I was expecting. So this thing knows us. Echo of the Mentor, assist during magical confusion. So we still have that stunt. Let's see. I'm going to quickly use my stunt, Echo of the Mentor, to figure out how to defeat this thing.
Perfect. Invoking Echo of the Mentor, your once per session spiritual insight.
Okay.
As the creature speaks, a voice stirs in Wholf's mind, faint but firm. Edron's voice. It's a remnant. A memory-born predator, not of a person, but of a place. It feeds on echoes, on identity. You cannot kill it like a beast. You must confuse it, deny it the shape it's trying to become. Edron shows you glyphs swirling around the sanctum's core, then flashes to a simple truth. Erase its focus, break its tether, and its form collapses. You now know. It's trying to manifest using your memories of Edron. If you can create an advantage by shattering that connection, perhaps by using empathy or will to mentally reject those echoes, it can be weakened. Shall Wholf attempt that now?
I have an idea here. Let's say a story hack. There's something that this creature is surrounding within itself, a piece of shard, perhaps from the sanctum, that escaped or that turned into this memory predator, and it is breakable. Are we able to spot it with a action?
Brilliant story hack, locked in. The creature pulses once, and Wholf now sees it clearly. Embedded in its chest, half phased into shadow, is a jagged sanctum shard, the very crystal that once powered the containment ward. It thrums with fractured glyphs, the thing's core, its tether to this world. You may attempt to notice it clearly and identify a way to strike it, or immediately attempt to create advantage targeting that shard. Difficulty: Great, +4, it's flickering in and out of focus. Roll when ready and let me know your result.
I'll use notice and our keen senses, which is +2. So let's roll for it. That's going to be 4 total bonus. That, oh, okay, so that's 5 total. We rolled 5 total.
Success. With 5 vs 4, you spot it with clarity. The shard flares as Wholf locks eyes on it. It's the anchor, and more importantly, it's cracked. Exposed. You now gain a new situation aspect, Fractured Heart, with 1 free invoke. The creature snarls, clutching its chest as if it can feel Wholf's gaze burning through it.
Uh-oh.
You have initiative. Do you strike now, try to further weaken it, or take another action?
We will quickly fire our arrow with the longbow using shoot. Oh, and the bonus too. We'll invoke fracture.
Excellent. Direct strike to the shard with your longbow.
Okay.
The creature attempts to defend. Plus, 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 right pointing arrow +2, plus athletics +2 equals 4. You may invoke Fractured Heart, +2, if you wish. Roll your shoot, add any bonuses, and let me know your total.
Okay, so we're going for shoot. That's 2. Plus, well, we can't use longbow stun because we're not hunting. Let's see, 2 plus the invoke. But we can use keen senses with another 2, but that's notice though. So, I guess we're stuck using shoot plus the 2 invoke. That's 4 total. 2 minus, which is just the 2 notice basic. So we rolled 2. Yeah. Let's continue. Only able to roll total of 2 with the invoke. Can I spend a fate point to increase that by 2 shifts?
You're at 2 total with the free invoke on Fractured Heart, and the creature's defense is 4, currently 2 shifts short. You can spend 1 fate point to invoke another aspect, like lessons burned into bone or arcane sensitivity, for an additional +2, bringing your total to 4, enough to tie. On a tie with an attack, you deal no damage, but gain a boost. Want to proceed with that path, or spend a second fate point to push it to +6, beat the defense by 2, and deal damage?
I will spend the 1 fate point. 1 8 point. I even tried to say faint clearly, or fate clearly. All right, it knows. So that spent.
Perfect. Spending 1 fate point brings your total to 4, matching the creature's defense. Your arrow slams into the shard, but doesn't shatter it. Instead, you earn a boost, hairline fracture, as the impact deepens the crack and disrupts its hold. The creature reels back, smoke curling from its chest. It snarls, and now, it strikes. Attack, fight +3.
Uh-oh.
Plus, plus, right pointing arrow 0, total equals 3.
All right.
Roll your defend, fight or athletics, and let me know your total.
I'm going to use fight. So that's 4 total. There we go. 4 total, 3. Shoot. We take it. Oh, well, we did tie. Okay. So tie with 3. Yes, we're going to enjoy some Thai food once again.
Tie at 3 vs 3, you successfully defend, and by tie rules, gain a boost. Centered stance, your footing holds, your aim is steady. The creature circles warily, shadow flaring around the shard. You now have hairline fracture, boost. Centered stance, boost. Your turn. Strike again. Create an advantage. Or something else.
Okay, let's see what do we got here. Arcane sensitivity. Maybe we can use an aspect. Danger sense. Let's throw a little twist here. Let's throw a story twist here. Perhaps someone that we know helps from behind. What the twist?
Brilliant twist. Locked in. As Wholf draws another arrow, a sudden clang echoes from the tree line. The creature stumbles, a burst of flame glancing off its shoulder. Emerging from the misty woods, Jory, the tavern regular from Ravenshade,
Story.
clutching an old imperial staff crackling with stored magicka.
Ooh.
I saw your light in the sky. Figured you'd be up to your ears in something cursed. He plants the staff beside him, breathing hard but steady.
Ooh.
You now gain a new situation aspect. Jory's intervention, with one free invoke. What does Wholf do next?
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm glad I did that. Let's see. I smile or smirk, and I yell to Jory to distract him while I land the finishing blow with the final arrow. I will invoke Jory's intervention. So that's going to be it's off there, off the table.
Excellent. Cinematic and tactical.
Of course.
You fire your final arrow, invoking Jory's intervention, +2, as he shouts and blasts a light pulse at the creature's face. The creature defends. Plus, right pointing arrow 0, plus athletics +2 equals 2.
All right.
Roll your shoot, add +2 from Jory's help, and let me know your total.
Okay, here we go. So we're going to roll shoot plus the 2 bonus. That's going to be 4. Shoot. Well, okay, hold on a second. That's -1 total from the 4. Oh, wait, we have bonus 2. So it's 6 total. Sorry, 4 total. -1's 3. Okay, we just got it. Total of 3.
You beat its defense by 1 shift, just enough.
Good.
The arrow punches into the fractured shard, driving deep with a sharp crack. The crystal core shatters, and the creature releases a guttural, echoing shriek. It collapses inward, consumed by its own unraveling memory, disintegrating into black mist that vanishes into the wind. Silence returns. The trail of corruption halts. Jory leans on his staff, exhaling. So, that's what you've been up to. Would you like to end the session here, or handle aftermath and conversation with Joe?
All right, so we have a new ally potentially. Let's write in Jory here. Let's see, town. Use let's see, rest in peace. Edwin's dead. We have Jory now. All right. I'm going to speak to Jory, inquiring about exactly who is he, being able to do such a display of magic.
Jory chuckles, adjusting the grip on his staff. Didn't think I had it in me, eh? That's the point. I trained in the old ways, back in Chorrol. Gave it up after, well, let's say the Legion didn't care much for hedge mages meddling in forbidden schools. He squints at the fading mist. But when I saw what you were chasing, that thing, I knew it wasn't ordinary. I've seen echoes like that before, during the War of Whispers. He looks at Wholf, more serious now. You're not done. That thing was only a sliver, a scout. And they remember who breaks them. Do you ask more? Or shall we conclude the session?
We will conclude this session with cinematic flair as we hear voices screaming from the forest. We both turn our heads to see the trees still, at the same time, shadows moving, lingering. Oh, oh, okay. It's doing the consensus here, or it's doing the summary for session 6. I think the Dark Realms title actually fits pretty well now for this Elder Scrolls setting. So, and I can tell GPT. You know what's funny? GPT was not slow in the actual Mac app, but it is on here. However, the
Session
plugin,
6 is fully logged and complete.
yeah,
The shadows are moving, and
the
Wholf.
plugin only works on the web browser, so I'm gonna have to find another way around that. So, yep, Savage moving. The wolf story is far from finished. Right when you were. Okay, so there we go. I think I got to head into work here, but um, we conclude session 6. Pretty brief, only 20 minutes or so. And as always, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time.